Okay, there we go, everybody. I just finished uploading. Not uploading. Finished posting all my things that I need to post for this. So, I'm Nico, and I'm back with more Dream Daddy. Although I'm not sure how much of this I'm gonna play today. And as you can see, I didn't do a clean save like I said I was gonna do. Well, it wouldn't have been a clean save. I actually want to collect all the dad portraits. I got thinking about it. And it's mostly because I don't particularly feel all that great today, because the weather in Mississippi has decided that it's going to be all of the asshole it can be. I decided that I'm going to maybe check out a couple other dads using a save that I did for my current dad, Theo. So I'm gonna try to possibly, because like I didn't save after Craig's date, so everything I did after Craig's date, including Matt's ending, is all autosave, and it shouldn't mess with anything in terms of things I have collected, as in, you know, Matt's ending. And let me adjust my sound just a hair. In case you didn't know, this game's kind of loud on my end. It sounds fine when I listen to everything back. It's just, you know, it's loud on my end. And that makes me sad. And I have to be sure that it's not too loud through the stream. It looks good. Looks good. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick some dads and date them. I think we might, instead of going straight into Craig's second date, we're gonna go into Robert's second date. Yeah, because I think I might go for two dads on this save before I actually do start another one. Because there are some options that I would like to go back and change. But I seem to be on a good path with Craig and Robert. And since I did screw up the second date with Craig, I can fix it since I'm on that save. So yeah, let's give Robert a go and see what his second date is like. Let's give ourselves a quick refresher. I don't keep saying ourselves. Is this like a streamer thing? That like, I think it's because I'm trying to be a little more professional with how I talk to you guys when I'm doing these streams. I don't know. I'm such a goofball, it doesn't matter. And it's internet. Okay, sentience. I know that Robert's a big joker. He likes to drink and he's a spur of the moment kind of guy, so I think as long as I can keep on that path, I should be fine. Not much of a talker either, so I shouldn't push him to talk to me. Alright, let's go. Practice makes permanent. Never thought about it that way, Dad Game. Thank you, Dad Tips. Eat lots of broccoli. I'm actually fond of broccoli, so that's not a thing. I had a lot of fun with Robert the last time we hung out, but I'm beginning to wonder if he's dodging me. I tried messaging him a few times, and Dadbook says he hasn't read them. Haven't even seen him come out of his house, actually. I decided to send him one last message before figuring out that this will produce the same results. Hey man, don't know where you've been, but we should grab a drink soon. I'll walk away from my computer at this point because I know he's not messaging me back anytime soon. I linger in the kitchen, caught up in my work. The house is relatively clean. Maybe I should do something nice for Amanda. Ah, I'll bake her favorite pie. I root through the pantry and pull out the ingredients. This is an old family recipe that I used to make up with my grandmother when I was a kid. I lost the actual recipe card a long time ago, but I think I'll be able to remember how to bake it. I start mixing the ingredients together for the crust till I get a nice dough. I throw some cherries in the saucepan and make the filling. Normally, I like to multitask in the kitchen, but cherry pie is a piece of cake. Pie. It's a piece of pie. Oh god, dad jokes. I'm making a pie. Ah man, I can't even remember what temperature you're supposed to set the oven at. I'm pretty sure it was 375. But I could be wrong. Actually, I'm fairly sure it's 375, but I've never actually made a pie. I should fix that at some point. It is something I don't do a lot of. I don't really do a whole lot of sweets. I don't eat them myself. Not because I don't like, well, actually it is because I really don't like sweets all that much, but I don't really do a whole lot of baking because I don't have the means to do it at the moment. Well, who am I kidding? I'm never wrong when it comes to this pie. My special twist on my grandma's recipe includes a secret ingredient that not even Amanda knows about. It really makes the cherries extra flavorful. God, why can't I remember what that secret ingredient is? That's not a good thing, me. More cherries, I think it's almond extract. That's my guess. Oh, it's almond extract, duh. Oops, I accidentally poured a little too much in there. Way too much in there. I'm sure it's fine. Baking is an art, and some of the most beautiful art is made by mistakes. I finally get the pie in the oven. How long am I supposed to leave it in there for? 50 minutes? Ah, we'll wing it. Man is gonna be so excited. That kid loves a good pie. I'm just gonna... Man, I wish I could just stop him and go, wait, Theo, it's done when it's brown, man. You don't have to just time it. You'll know when it's done. Pie is not rocket science. It really isn't. Like, this is making me anxious because I know he's about to fuck this up. I have a seat at the kitchen table and I do a word jumble until Amanda comes home. Get at the door slam. Yo, Pops, what smells like pie in here? It's pie, sweetie. Huh. Amanda darts over to the oven and looks inside. Yes! Hey, it's not done yet. Be patient. What's your angle here? What? Huh? Pies are an objective-based confection. What are you trying to get out of me? I've been leading a double life. Nothing. Fine, you caught me. I've been leading a double life. Amanda, I have terrible news for you. I'm actually a pro skateboarder, an aspiring astronaut, and a bank robber. The lifestyle's calling me back, and I must go. One last job. You know how it is. This pie was the only way I knew to tell you. Well, I appreciate the years we spent together, but a trade up. Remember me when you're kicking your feet up in Isba? Yeah. Ibizeh. I can't say that word. Thanks for all the pie. We share a cordial handshake. I waited 5 minutes more before taking the pie to the oven. I set it on the rack to cool it and guard Amanda so she doesn't dig into it before it's ready. Huh? What? Huh? Does it look kind of weird to you? Oh, that's just me taking artistic license on what cherry pie means to me emotionally. I'm just saying this because, you know, it seems like you might have baked this pie incorrectly. And you're currently, right now, trying to pass it off as a good thing. It's art, sweetie. Was it art when you accidentally baked a whole uncracked egg in the center of my 12th birthday cake? Well, it's... Was it art when you tried to make brownies and accidentally created chlorine gas? Jesus Christ! How do you make chlorine gas out of brownies? How? I'm mildly concerned and very confused as to how you do that. Like, you get chlorine gas when you mix ammonia and bleach in like a toilet trying to clean it. How do you get that making brownies? I'm worried. Really worried. Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Was it art when you... Just eat the pie, Panda. Oh. I cut a few slices and we sit down to eat. The cherry filling oozes out the sides and the buttery crust glistens. I watched Amanda take a bite. Why didn't you try it first? Oh. Ugh. What's wrong? Is it not good? Oh. Amanda winces and fans her mouth. No, I just burned the heck out of the roof of my mouth. This pie is amazing. Baby? Baby, are you okay? Sorry for doubting you. I breathe a sigh of release as I take a bite. She's right, this pie is pretty incredible. As it always was. And I was right, it's almonds. Hey, I know what I'm doing when I'm cooking. I'm really proud of you for making pie without burning the new house down. I got a few dad tricks up my dad's sleeve. Maybe fathers aren't as bumbling and stupid as the media make us out to be. No, that was him. That was Theo. That was not Amanda. I thought it said Amanda there. Maybe fathers aren't as bumbling and stupid as the media make us out to be. Maybe we as a society should have a little more respect for fathers as a whole. What? Dad, your sleeve's on fire! I run to the sink and put myself out. My pride will be my undoing. Amanda and I clean up the kitchen, and play a little more in the living room hoops before she retreats to her room to do homework. I go back to my word jumble. Hey, this one spells cat. The rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner, I help Amanda with one of her scholarship applications, and we both get ready for bed. I decide to check Dad book one last time before I climb into bed. Still nothing from Robert, huh? Hope he's okay. I turn out the lights and lie down. Hey. Theo, hey. Hey, Theo. I'm outside. Come outside. What the fuck? Ugh, what is that? I'm just on the verge of falling asleep. I climb out of bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room. I walk over to it, ready to turn it off, when I notice what's happening on the screen. Don't make me honk. I will honk. Get out here. What the fuck? Damn it, Robert! I'm trying to sleep. Sleep is important, man. Sleep is every bit as important as booze, alright? I look out my window, and sure enough, there's Robert leaning up against his pickup truck in my driveway. I open my door and try to figure out what's going on. Hey. Hey?
Oh.
Wanna hang? I was kind of sleeping. That's no fun. Hang out. I would argue that sleeping is very fun, but I don't have anywhere to be in the morning. Might as well live a little. That's a good question. What do I do for my dad living to take care of my child? Theo doesn't seem to have a job. So I wonder if he's just rich or, you know, if he has something he does on the side. I don't know. It's not something that's interesting in the game. It's not important to the game because, I mean, it's a dating sim, but still. Thoughts. Adult thoughts. Thoughts that you only have when you're an adult because adult. Yep. Yep. I've depressed myself thoroughly now, so let's go back to Theo. Sure. Ooh, you plan on going out like that? I look down and realize that I'm, in fact, not wearing pants.
Oh.
I mean, I don't mind. Right, 1 second. I run inside and throw on my going out pants, shoes, and a jacket. I grab my keys and meet Robert back outside. Ready? Ready. Hop in. I jump in the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. I have to move a few empty cigarette packets and a gas station receipts out the way before I can sit. Robert silently starts the car, and it's a truck, sir. You can't call a truck a car. This is my southern outrage coming out, because I'm a southerner, and we will get highly offended if you call a truck a car, because it's not a car. It's a fucking truck, okay? Two different entities. Also, I've never been in an old pickup that did not have that problem. Yep. Alright, ran over. Robert silently starts the car and we drive out of the cul-de-sac. I clicked off the wrong screen. There we go. You like Tom Waits? What's he building in? What's he building in there? We have a right to know. Tom Waits, what's he building in there? Seriously, check it out. It's awesome for Halloween. It's a story about a guy watching his neighbor, and it's awesome. Alright, I'm done being a nerd. Waste that rag, baby. I'm gonna go with that. I love. Before I can answer, Robert turns up the radio. Yep, that's Tom Waits, alright. He lights a cigarette and cracks the windows. We drive together in silence. So, where we going? Robert doesn't respond. Robert? Oh, I heard you. Still doesn't answer my question. I look out the window and notice Robert's taking us up the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. Well, whatever I've gotten myself into, it looks like I'm in it for the night. I settle into my seat and I watch the streetlights pass by. I glance over to Robert, who's driving intently, looking tired, as he always does, but there's something a bit more there than I just can't place. We're gonna say nothing because that's what he likes. Robert likes it when you don't talk a lot. See? I remember what Robert said about hating small talk, and I decided to keep my mouth shut. He noticed me staring. Stop looking so nervous. I'm not nervous. I'm a little nervous.
Oh.
Just hang on, we're almost there. Almost where? I have no idea where we are. We're moving at a slight incline, but I'm not so sure. We eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of the car and I sit there for a second, unsure if he wants me to get out too. What are you waiting for? I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of his truck and pats his space next to him. I sit down and take in the view. We're on a hill overlooking the city skyline by the bay. Cool night air rustles some trees near us as the lights blink in the distance. Off to the side, I can see the entrance to a dense forest. Man, this is all so gorgeous. This is where I come to masturbate. Damn, Robert. I mean, there's Ford and then there's Robert. Damn, Robert. What? I'm kidding. What's wrong with you? Actually, I think you do. I think you do that. Don't lie to me, Robert. You tried to get in my pants the first night we met, man. I'm just too awkward to take advantage of it. This is my little spot where I come to think. It's nice. You can see the whole city from up here. It really gives you some perspective. Robert reaches behind him and pulls something out from under his jacket. It glints in the moonlight, and I suddenly realize what it is. Oh shit, that's a knife! Oh. Please don't stab me. Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either. Theo, calm your tits, man. That's cool.
Hey.
Robert takes the knife to the piece of wood and starts carving it.
I don't know.
Oh. I breathe an audible sigh of relief as Robert looks at me. Do you think I was gonna stab you just now? What? No. Hate to break it to you, but I did in fact bring you out here to harvest your... Laugh or play along. You know what? We're gonna take a risk and we're gonna play along. Yeah, well, you think you caught me in your trap, but I knew. For years, I've been putting up the most vile junk food in my body in preparation for this day. Come at me, friend. Reap what you will.
Oh.
2 steps ahead of you all the time. That's how I operate. Nothing gets past you, huh? Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a folding knife that he hands to me. I'm gonna warn you, the last guy I had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know the 8 basic rules of knife fighting. You're familiar, correct? I honestly can't tell if you're kidding. I'm so many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor is. You know, Robert reminds me of a very dear friend of mine that is no longer with us on this plane of existence, and I miss him greatly. But my buddy Casey, oh god, how I miss that man. That man could tell you the most ridiculous story with the straightest face, and you just did not know if he was shitting you or not. Didn't matter how absurd it was. He told me a story about an exploding cow one time, and I still don't know if he was fucking with me. I think he was fucking with me. I think he told me he was fucking with me. Just something about the way he told it. You just can't be sure. Maybe that's why I like Robert. He reminds me of Casey. He and I laugh. Have you ever whittled before? Considering I'm not a grandpa, no. What do you mean by that? Well, I just thought you'd have a block of wood shipped to you along with your first social security check. Theo, I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition enjoyed by both young and old alike. And that you were dismissing it before you even tried it speaks volumes about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some times and I have come to think of us as friends, I'm willing to attribute this ignorance instead of malice. What I'm trying to say is go get that stick. Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground. Perfect potential for whittling. The most important thing to remember while whittling is to cut with the grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood's gonna splinter. Isn't the most important thing safety? Actually, cutting against the grain is not safe. When the wood splinters, you can injure yourself with that. Get this knife caught, or injure yourself trying to remove the knife from stuck in the wood. Yeah, it's not a good thing to cut against the...
Hey.
No. How do I know what I know about wood? Because I'm a sculptor. No other reason. Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands. Look at his damn hands. They're calloused and covered with little white scars. They are very nice hands. Can't make a stick omelet without breaking a few hand eggs. I'm not sure what that means. Arrgh! While I'm distracted, the knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes over the little wood carving. Robert is lost in carving and doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. Robert still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. I'm bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over. Reaches into his jacket. Jesus, how much stuff does that guy keep in there? He pulls out a red bandana and he wraps it around my thumb. Hold tight. He hops off the truck and I can hear him rummaging around in his car. He comes back a moment later with well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully wipes the blood off my hand and swipes a bit of antiseptic onto the cut. With surprising gentleness. Places a bit of gauze on the wound and wraps it all up. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. He hands me what's left of a tube of antiseptic. Make sure to keep that cut clean. It's oddly touching and a little sexy. Everything about this man is sexy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, he is. Just he exudes it. I guess I'm a real whittler now. That you are. Just be careful though. Attracted to the smell of blood. Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of blood? Cryptids. Tons of them out there, you know. Cryptids. Like Mothman and stuff. Mothman is bullshit, but yeah, this town's a hotbed for cryptozoological occurrences. Hey, I said cryptozoological without stumbling over the word, and I did it twice. I'm proud of myself. I am proud of myself. You're joking. Oh, how I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself. At least I thought it was. There are things in the woods that we cannot possibly comprehend. I think about my entire time in the city. Aside from the occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad. And yeah, there we go. Adjusting the mic. Have you ever heard of the Dover Ghost? I don't think so.
Hey.
Well, let me tell you a story.
Hey.
I was out in the woods on a weekend camping trip with Betsy. You don't know Betsy, but she's a big pup. Pit bull, real intimidating. Anyway, I feel safe around her. The first night goes without incident. I get some solitude, Betsy gets to pee everywhere she wants, all good stuff. Second day. I get there, I get the idea in my head that I can hike deeper into the woods, probably against my better judgment, but hey, we're having such a good, fun camping trip, right? So me and Betsy start marching in the morning.
Really?
It gets a little late, we set up camp, but it's different at night, real quiet. I can't hear the birds, the crickets, the squirrels, nothing. Dead silent. Then it happened. I hear the most ungodly, unholy howl I have ever heard in my life right outside my tent. Me and Betsy, we go to investigate. I look around, the clearing, nobody there. But then there's this feeling. Not sure if I can quite describe it. I know something is watching us. Betsy though, she's scared. Never seen her like that. And when she's scared, I know that I should be too. And then I see it in the distance. A man. But something that I didn't know a man was supposed to look like he's made out of. Just looked wrong. Big. Arms too long for its body. Black eyes. Just stood there and stared at me. And then it disappeared. I hear one yelp from Betsy and I turn around to check on her. But she's gone. In the thin air. I didn't sleep at all in the tent my night. I didn't sleep at all in my tent that night. And I don't think I ever slept right since. Oh, this gets in my date one way or the other. That's terrible, or you're lying. Okay, you're full of shit. You think I'm lying? Robert pulls out his wallet and shows me a picture of a beautiful pit bull. Tell that to Betsy. They say if you still listen closely on quiet nights just like tonight, you hear the howl of the Dover Ghost. A howl resonates through the woods. It doesn't sound like a regular howl. It's so guttural. And even from far away, something about it makes my skin crawl.
Whoa.
Okay, Robert, real funny. I turn to look at Robert. He's white as a sheet. You're messing with me, right?
Huh?
I was messing with you up till literally just now. I totally made up that camping story. Strain my eyes to scan the forest line, trying to see where the howl originated from. Off in the distance, I see something that is so far away I can barely make out the shape. It looks like a human, but it's dragging something. Do you see that? We should go.
Whoa.
Robert and I slowly back away and get in the truck. He turns off his headlights and we make a slow crawl back onto the road. I'm too scared to look back. What was that?
Really?
The Dover ghost, I guess. I chuckle nervously. This time he doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage in a wildlife preserve? Yeah, that's a story we'll tell ourselves.
Really?
We sit in silence for a little while longer. The fear of whatever was slowly subsiding as we... The fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city.
Hey.
Thanks for coming out. It was fun.
Huh.
I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I've just been in a way lately. I had to get out of the house. Had to be around somebody. Doing okay, man?
Oh?
Robert thinks for a second and lights another cigarette.
Oh? Hey.
Been doing a lot of thinking. Takes a long drag.
Huh.
As I get older, I feel more and more like I'm just drowning in the sea of regret. I was so busy chasing after these things that I thought it would make me happy that I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about was myself. I didn't even think. Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road. Maybe I just built it like this. Or maybe I'm just built like this. Or maybe I do it to myself. Maybe my own choice, but maybe it's my own choice that I'm as unhappy as I am. I try to think of something to say. I remember all the times in my life that I've been sad, and there's a great many of them. But there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Something that I held on to that keeps me going. But there's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking.
Oh. Huh. 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 Oh. Oh.
I missed some of that. Again, sinuses problems. 2 days straight of violent thunderstorms have that effect on a person. Anyway, I haven't finished watching the Criterion Collection. And yes, the Criterion Collection is a perfect reason to exist. They just keep adding stuff to it. But, thanks. We drive the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. Robert drops me off at my place. I'm about to close the passenger door when I realize I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. I pull it off and offer it back to him. You hold on to that. Never know when you might need it. Hey, Robert. Have a safe drive home. Robert smirks and pulls away. Then he immediately pulls into his own driveway, which is one over from mine. He gets out and waves. I tiptoe in the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming out of the kitchen with a glass of water. I thought you were sleeping. Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting. You know the Mothman is bullshit, right? Amanda, like, You know what? It's fun.
Hmm.
I finally decided to go to bed. Date complete, and how did I do? Hell yeah! It's
Okay,
raking.
guys.
What? But to continue. Well, it's been a long day. Well, it's been a long night, actually, at this point. And it's been a long session. I need water. Hold on a second. Agua. Mizuo. Onegashimasu. Anyway. I'm just about ready to pack it in after a few bites of ice cream in the old freezer. I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass by her room, I hear a faint sound, but I can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. She crying? Ah, yes, I know what this is. Or that part of our gameplay where we have to deal with the Amanda situation. I'm gonna do some things different this time. Really, just because I need to play with this a little bit. Because there are numerous achievements, and I kind of want to see what they are. The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strange. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda outlined in the middle of her bed, her knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. Alright, we're only gonna ask once. Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. Leave her alone this time. Last time I asked both times. Alright, I'll leave you be. I back out of the room and gently close the door behind me. He immediately starts crying again. I don't think it's gonna change anything. It just means we're not gonna be in a bad mood with each other right now. They did push her last time, so we'll see how this ends. Wow, I have no idea what has her so upset. She seems totally normal. I feel awful for just leaving her to cry, but I also get the feeling if I tried to do anything else, it would only have made her more upset. Can't stop mentally cycling through all the sorts of awful things she could be dealing with right now. More than anything, I just want her to be happy and safe. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm thinking about Amanda. After a long night and very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she will be willing to talk about whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. Drops a frozen waffle into the topher. What the fuck's a topher? Probably a thing, actually, but I didn't mean to say topher. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. Won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. You need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster level, taking her still freezer burned waffle before it finishes cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh. Okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. She's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things go back to normal. I sit back at the kitchen table looking at a picture of Amanda I have hanging on the wall. In it, I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get up and try again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. When she started crying because she didn't think she needed... Then she started crying before she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she stood there in the middle of the street, screamed, and I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing ever happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk to the door instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does. She beelines for her room. She's clearly avoiding me. Hey, Pumpkin? What? Can you come here for a second? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I want to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, so just whatever it is. So just whatever it is. And you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy.
Oh no.
Honey, I know you know I'm bad with words, so I'm hoping I could speak in a language you both understand. Pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set now. Ta-da! Dad! It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and I had to start over and...
Huh.
This is beautiful. Strawberry. Man, it gives me a big old hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve up some delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. What is? This whole thing, I know I've been really weird lately and there's just... I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have made you, I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. What do you want me to take? Want me to take notes? I guess I should start at the top. So, you know Emma R is going on to the fancy art school in California, right? Emma R. That's the best friend. You got it. Wow, proud of you. Hey, I remember which one she is. Anyway, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I feel like she's been drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and MP, and I thought it was all in my head for a while, and then I found out from Rosie M that both the Emmas, Grace and Noah all went to a party at Mackenzie F's. And the same night, they all told me that they were busy studying for Calculus B AB final. Yikes. So, another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I, have a crush on Noah, and, that's a thing. What? Whoa, I had no idea. Definitely did not know that. Okay. You're a bad liar. So are you. I learned from the worst. Anyway, so the one person I told about the crush was Emma R, and she promised not to tell anybody. But I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just kept quiet and kept going about my business. Amanda sighs. And then one day I invite everybody out to get nachos at the mall after not texting me back for like 2 hours, and then none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds. They all say they were busy, like, simultaneously. So I told them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we're out of chips, and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable. So I go to the mall, and I get to the food court, and who do I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos without me. What? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss. No. Yes, I know. So I storm over there, and I'm like, hey! And Grace drops nachos all over her shirt, because of course she does, and Emma R is just like, glares at me. Grace. Nothing coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the gossipy one, I'm pretty sure. I know! Grace is the one nobody really likes, or I guess that'd be me now. Anyway, nobody will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck, which I realize is not the most eloquent way of saying, eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed, and I just wanted to get out of there. So I left without nachos, might add, which only further contributed to this shitty day, and immediately draft a super long text to the group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to Emma R asking how long Noah thing's been going on, and sorry. I know it's a lot. You still following? What did Emma R say? Oh, okay. We'll get a load of this. Emma R says, you know what? Let me just read it to you. Amanda pulls out her phone and reads, word for word, an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I can believe that. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, and I'm trying my hardest to be a support.
Oh.
They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her she's being a really terrible friend. She's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me. And then let me read on. And then let me read on. What's that? Oh, like she saw my message and didn't reply. And I know because there are red receipts. I don't know what red receipts are, but I'm just gonna nod and pretend I understand. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to MP about how mad I am because she's at least still being kind of reasonable. And I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And he tells me that MP sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of. Alright, I think you lost me screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad.
Oh.
There's so much more, but honestly, it's all really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me, half of my grade hates me, and now I have no friend. And, so sorry. I almost expected from everybody else, but MR has been there since Dad died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. Man, it stabs the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. Kinda mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everybody just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody like that, I miss them, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected and I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help?
Oh.
Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sort tell. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb. It's not dumb at all, baby cakes. I can't ever tell her it's dumb. It's not dumb. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. And your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you secretly have been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time. That, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long time ago. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow on you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. High school sucks. Real friends don't do that. Not all friendships last forever. All of these are good advice. Because high school really does suck. Real friends really don't do that, and all friendships don't last forever. I've got friends that I was really good friends with when I was in high school that I haven't seen in years and probably will never talk to again. One of which I know I won't talk to again. That's the one we're gonna go with. People are gonna come and go in your life. It's just how it works. Not every friendship's gonna last forever. So cherish your friends while you have them, and when it's over, don't dwell on so much on the bad stuff. You had some good times with MR, but you guys grew apart. Learn from it and keep moving. There's so many new friends to make that they're gonna make be so much cooler than MR and the rest. Ultimately, I think it says more about their character than it does about yours because you're amazing. And if they can't see that, well, that's their problem. How did you start crying on me, Bubba? Well, keep that in mind. I looked down at the table. Did we just eat a whole cake?
Ah.
Yes, we did just eat that whole cake. Well, good talk. Amanda gets up and goes to her room, but before she closes the door, she turns around. Hey, Pops? Yes. Thank you. You are always welcome. Love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
Love you too, Dad.
Welcome. You've got dads.
You're wondering what that noise is. I somehow managed to disconnect my headphones and didn't notice it before. I was wondering why it was so quiet. Yeah. Okay, so I was just gonna go straight into Craig immediately, but what I'm gonna do instead is with the time I have, I'm gonna mess with Hugo, and then I'm gonna do Robert's last date, and that should get me through the rest of the session. Of course, I'm gonna spend like the next 10 minutes clearing my sinuses. No, I'm kidding about the 10 minutes part, but I do need to do that. Live streaming a text adventure, well, it's not a text adventure, but a text-based game is not that easy. Yeah, it's actually rather tiring if you think about it, but I'm committed, baby. I want to know what all these dads are like to get to know, except Brian, because I really don't care about Brian. But I love Brian's kid, so I'm gonna do him too. But yeah, everybody's gonna get done. I already did Matt, and that was awesome. Let's do Hugo. Alright, he's a middle school teacher. He likes artsy stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Particularly snobbish stuff. And he likes history and stuff. Alright, that should be enough. Let's do Hugo. I should take Hugo up on his offer to hang out. I had a lot of fun with him at the aquarium. I tap out a message to him on Dad Book. Hey, still want to cheese the board? Still want a cheese board. Wow, I couldn't read that for some reason. Hugo responds within a few minutes. Colin's still being a humongous shithead. He won't stop sending me same pictures of Jackie Chan. Colin is still being a humongous shithead. He won't stop sending the same picture of Jackie Chan in a mess shirt to the printer. It was a nice picture, but it wasted all my paper. Whoops, sorry, meant that for another teacher. Seriously, he's insufferable. There's pictures of Jackie Chan everywhere. I type back. Save a couple to me. For me, Jackie Chan scrapbook is a little light on content, and I think it will really round it out. Ha! Let me check back. Let me get back to you after class ends. Well, guess there's only one thing to do now. App. I called it. I hop on the couch and turn on some Antiques Road Warrior for the background noise. I got this ornate cabinet from a yard set for $5 in 1982. To be told it once belonged to a Confederate general is a huge surprise. This will feed my tribe for weeks. I really like the way the appraiser's voice echoes through the mouthpiece of his leathery armor and bondage gear. Maybe this is that ASMR thing Amanda keeps telling me about. I drift off to sleep. Sorry about that. Collins is in the principal's office now. He says he knows Jackie Chan personally and that Jackie won't be happy to see. I'm toasted awake by a Dad Book message from Hugo. I get off work in a little while, and I'll continue to be very serious about cheese boards. I fumble out a reply. Yeah, so am I. Hugo and I work out the details, and I'm all set to meet him in a few hours. Amanda walks in the door just as I'm about to leave. What's up, Buttercup? Just getting home from school. Where are you going? Oh, I have a meeting with the board. The board? A cheese board. That's what I meant. Is what I meant. I'm getting a cheese board with your teacher. Will you be able to fend for yourself until dinner time? Yeah, I'll live. But only if you can talk him into going easy on me for the finals. Sorry, buddy. That ball's in your court. What's in my court, you ask? Just a variety of delicious cheeses, meats, and their accompanying crackers. Maybe some olives. A little bit of fig jam. I'm down with everything but the fig jam. Ugh. I don't like figs. Yes, I get it. You're excited about the cheese. Hell yeah, I'm excited about the cheese. Sweetie, you'll get it one day. But now, I gotta go see a man about some Manchego. Please leave. I walk into a quaint French diner and Hugo weighs me down to a booth in the corner. He looks quite tired. Long day. Every day is a long day when you teach middle schoolers. Oh. Colin just started a gambling ring. Pictures of Jackie Chan were just a cover. He's bartering in those little rubber bands band bracelets that are also shapes. Is that the one when parents think they mean sex stuff? Those ones, yeah, but the reports are just sensationalist news media capitalizing on fears of suburban parents as usual.
I don't know.
At least I hope. Yikes. Right now, I'm just very ready for some fine wine and some delicious cheese. Waitress stops by and takes our order for the biggest cheese platter you have. For the love of God, please just put cheese in my mouth, and recommends us some wine. Do you two want a scorecard for trivia? There's trivia. Yes, we're starting in a few minutes. Pretty much everyone here is playing.
Yes.
We'd love to play, right, Theo? Yeah, sure. The waiter hands us a scorecard and a few pencils before leaving. I might not be much help here. I'm not very good at being smart, I guess. Come on, I doubt it'll be too hard. Theo! Hey! No, not you! Why are you here, Brian? What are you doing here? And your kid's super smart. What are you doing here? I turn to see Matt and Brian with their daughters. They look like they're ready for trivia. They're coming up to our table to greet us. Hey guys, you're all here for a little old question and answer in this game.
Hey.
Yep, we come every week. But Brian and Daisy carry the team. Carmenista and I are just here for the cheese.
Hey.
Provolone 2, lost in New York. Provolone 2, lost in New York. I've been reigning champion for the last month. Man, Brian's great at trivia too. That raises the stakes. Great name though. Solid team name. That's Carmenista's claim to fame. It hurts me how good I am at puns. You're a dad in training, little lady. Like father, like daughter.
Hey.
You guys gonna try to give us a run for our money?
Hey.
We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do tonight. Hurt your feelings too bad. I will destroy you. Honestly, I'm just here for the cheese. I'm not looking to have a battle with Brian. We're just here for the cheeses too. Listen, trivia is great, but we all know the real championships are just the cheeses. The real trivia championships are the cheeses we'll eat along the way. I don't know if that's how that phrase works, but I understand and appreciate the sentiment.
Hey.
We'll have to think of a good team name, but I think this will be fun. Good luck! Brian, Matt, and their daughters head back to their table. Well, I guess we'll need a name.
Oh.
Got any good ideas? Easy, breezy, beautiful? Oh, that's my personal choice. Ah, real monsters? Oh shit, yes. Havarti like it's 1999. Craigslist Swiss connections. Ooh. Ooh, these are also good. And I'm going with real monsters. Real monsters? That'll do nicely. Real monsters. That shit was my show back in the day when I was a kid. Never grow up. Look, I'm just gonna tell you kids a little secret that adults don't want you to know because I don't have kids, so I don't have to worry about this. Adulthood is a lie. The only thing you get that changes when you grow up is you have bills. That's it. Nobody's gonna protect you, and you have bills. And debt. Crippling debt. The waitress comes by with our cheese board, and we reveal it, and we revel in its worth. The waitress comes by with our cheese board, and we revel in its glory. I already can see a piece of cheddar with my name on it. I pair it with some strawberry preserves and slide into dairy-induced ecstasy. There's such a fine variety of cheeses and accoutrement. I can't even say that. Charcuterie that I am positively overwhelmed. A quick dip into the seasoned nuts, a slice of savory yet salty Gouda, or perhaps a focaccia crisp topped with honey and goat cheese. I'm so happy. Hugo raises a glass at me.
Yes.
Cheers to the cheese. Hey. A middle-aged man with a backwards ball cap, sunglasses, and cargo shorts jogs out of the back with a frenetic energy of a radio DJ. Quizmaster Quinn, that's his name? Wow. Everybody ready for some trivia? The restaurant cheers. Oh man, it looks like everybody's really into this. That's what I like to hear. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Quizmaster Quinn. My name's actually Richard, but I just like the alliteration. More cheers. I see some of you brought your children here tonight, and that's cool. My children won't speak to me. Ha! I'm just joking around. Classic Quizmaster Quinn humor. Anyway, it's actually my wife that won't speak to me. She doesn't want kids. Let's get to some questions. First category is literature. Excellent. Do you know who loved literature? My dead father. I looked up to him so much. More jokes. Classic Quizmaster quips. Just trying to keep it light here, folks. That you're failing miserably, sir. Just like I thought my wife was the light of my life. Hugo, you got this literature stuff right.
Hey.
Does Franz Kafka have an irrational fear of one day waking up in a large, grotesque insect-like creature? Yes, he does. Yes. This is the content that encompasses the realm of Gordon, Rodon, Mordor, and Lothian. What other notable sites included? Isengard and Mirkwood and the Riverdale. What is the Elvis name of this continent? Shit! I actually don't remember this. I should. I have a confession to make. In all my nerdiness, I've never actually read The Lord of the Rings to completion. I almost want to cheat on this. I know what it's not. I know it's not Hoth. So I know it's either Lemuria or Erenithal. I think it's Erenithal. Actually, I'm about 100% sure it's Erenithal. Really leaning towards Erenithal. I'm probably saying that wrong. Oh man, this is tough. This is really a tough question. I'm probably gonna get this wrong. Erenithal or Lemuria? Oh my god, which one is it? Okay, you know what? We're just gonna go with Erenithal. I think that's right.
Wrong answer.
Damn. Who was the writer that created Tarzan and John Carter of Mars? Oh my god, really? Man, they're really hitting me with the tough questions here. Alright, so is it William A. Alcott, Edgar Rice Burroughs, Nathaniel Hawthorne? I know it's not Nathaniel Hawthorne, and I'm pretty sure it's not E.E. Doc Smith. Pretty sure it's Edgar Rice Burroughs. Pretty sure it's Burroughs. Yeah, it's Burroughs.
Correct.
Edmond Dante is better known as this man. That would be Dante.
Wrong.
What? Damn! The quizmaster walks around the room thinking he's doing crowd work. He stops by mine and Hugo's table. Whoa, nice cheese plates you got there. Thank you. How much that cheese tasting, big guy? Good. Ah, great. Cheese used to be my favorite food until I developed lactose intolerance later in life. I'm sorry to hear that. I also developed clinical depression. Oh. What people don't tell you is just... People don't just tell you to get over your lactose intolerance, right? Nobody's like, hey, have you tried exercising to get rid of that debilitating dairy allergy? Or You just need to choose not to let your throat close up when you eat brie. That's not lactose intolerance. That's lactose, like, you know, allergy. Because lactose intolerance just gives you a really bad gas. Anything. Does that scan? I'm trying to workshop my routine here. Quizmaster Quinn wanders off to the other side of the table. Who wants to start the next round? More cheers from the audience. The next round is cinema. Oh man, I love movies. Sometimes I'll retreat to them for days on end because obsessing over fictional universes is easier than engaging in my real emotions and problems. Frodo Baggins, am I right? Is he okay? I think it's just his character. I hope. How's your cinema?
Hey.
Spotty, I don't know a lot about movies, but if there are any questions about bad horror movies, I can be of service. Hey, me too! That's an interesting one. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure. There's nothing to be guilty of. I don't know that! I've seen Return of the Jedi like maybe twice. In Return of the Jedi, what does Luke ask Leia if she remembers? Their mother, their father, the Jedi Order. I'm on with that one. I don't fucking know. What entertainer makes a fourth wall breaking appearance in Gremlins 2? Yay, another movie that I have not seen in freaking forever. Fuck, man, this is kicking my ass. Seriously, how many people have seen Critters 2 that are under the age of 35? Right. Critters 2 was actually made when I was like 4. It's not Boy George. I'm pretty sure it's not Boy George. This is annoying me because I should know the answer to this, and it's not Hulk Hogan. I don't think it's Charlie Sheen. I actually do not fucking know the answer to this. Maybe Charlie? I don't know. I don't fucking care. Which one of these 80s horror movies dies not featured in the... Oh, alright, let's try this again, reading this again, because for some reason I cannot read this actual fucking word. Which of these 80 horror movies does not feature an area of Indian burial ground as part of its setting? This I should know. Within the Woods, Pet Sematary, Poltergeist, Pet Sematary, those definitely do. The Shining does not feature an Indian burial ground.
No.
What? Are you fucking kidding me? There is no Indian burial ground at the fucking Overlook. It's just a bunch of fucking rich people that did stupid shit. It seems like we're doing pretty well, but neck and neck with Brian and Matt's team. Those guys are pros. I look over the table and give them a friendly but competitive nod. I lock eyes with Brian. He gets a much sterner nod. And the next category is wrestling. Okay, now we're totally boned. No, we're not. Hugo grabs my arm. Wait, I got this. Huh? Man, you know who I want to wrestle with? Literally anyone. I crave human interaction. Please put me in a chokehold. Please. It has been so long since I've been held. This guy's supposed to be funny, right? Still waiting for him to be funny. I can only process my emotions by making jokes out of them. Let's start the quiz. Remember that this is the lightning round. First, people to answer gets points. Look over at Hugo. He's focused. He's in it to win it. Question 1. What was the original name of Stone Cold Steve Austin and his debut? I actually know that one. Yes! Enthusiastic one over there. The Ringmaster.
Oh.
That is correct. Wow. Point to Real Monsters.
Oh.
Next question is: the city is located in the location of the first ever WrestleMania.
Yes.
Hugo's hand shoots up again. Yes, the one who looks like he knows the answer for his entire life. He probably has known that answer his entire life, considering that WrestleMania started in like the late 70s, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah.
The first WrestleMania was held in New York City at Madison Square Garden in 1985. I was wrong. I was close though. Mid 80s.
Correct.
Another correct answer for Real Monsters. Hugo's destroying these questions. He's so passionate about this. I've never seen him act like this before. It's honestly kind of hot. Oh, a tougher one. The title match went down in history as the shortest WrestleMania match at WrestleMania to date. Hugo jumps up more excitedly than I've ever seen him.
Oh.
Chavo versus Kane. Ooh, sorry, Bucko. That is incorrect. The answer is actually Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus at WrestleMania 28. No, that's absolutely wrong. There's a record. The real record is Chavo Guerrero versus Kane at WrestleMania 24, March 30th, 2008. Kane took down Chavo with one chokeslam, pinned him for 3 counts. I will not stand for this travesty. Hey, man, I'm just reading from the cards here. Don't actually write these. Well, you're still wrong. What about you? What are you, my ex-wife? The crowd erupts in laughter and Hugo blushes. He retreats back to his chair. Fine. Hugo seems really fired up about that. Where did he get this encyclopedic knowledge of wrestling? How do you know so much about wrestling? Oh, you just pick up stuff. That sounds suspect, but it seems like he doesn't want to talk about it. I turn my attention back to the Quizmaster.
Oh.
All right. Looks like we're down to the final category, and it's close between Provolone 2, Lost in New York, Matt and Brian, high five, and Real Monsters. Hugo and I high five. We look over at Brian and Matt and Carmenista and Daisy, all playfully giving us a thumbs down before sticking their tongues out and eating a big chunk of cheddar without breaking eye contact to show them. I eat a big chunk of cheddar without breaking eye contact to show them just how serious I am. The final category is cool animals. Animals, huh? Never could care about another living thing. Hell, I can't even barely take care of myself. I'm falling apart. You're such a fucking goober, man. Jesus. Anyway, here's the questions. The Canary Islands were named after what kind of animal? Birds?
Wrong.
What is the last animal that appeared in the dictionary? I don't fucking know.
Correct.
What mammal has the thickest concentration of fur in nature? Canadian beaver, polar... I'm gonna go with a... I don't fucking know.
Incorrect.
Alright, I'm gonna come around and collect all of your scorecards and we'll see who came out on top. Remember, the winning team gets a $25 gift card to Phil's Auto Care. If you need car parts, Phil will fulfill all your needs. Everyone oohs and ahs. God, I want that gift card. The Quizmaster goes back and tallies up the score. I pick up what's left of our cheese plate. There's a little bit of brie that tastes absolutely divine on the cracker with a little bit of honey and dried apricot. What are your plans after our big win? I'll probably retire, take Amanda somewhere tropical, drink something out of a coconut. Always wanted to do that. What about you? Probably take my winnings to Colin's gambling ring. I bet it all on black, walk out of there with more rubber bands in the shape of animals than I know what to do with. Bold, but I like your style.
Hey.
You want that last piece of Habarati? Nah, it's all yours. You definitely earned it. In a couple of minutes, the Quizmaster jogs back into the room. Everyone immediately quiets down, waiting with bated breath for the results. Who will win the coveted gift card? My money's on Brian, personally. I really hope it's us. Hey, everybody! We have a great night of lots of goose and lots of laughs. And a little bit of crying in the back, but that's neither here nor there. It was a close game, but the winner of tonight's trivia is... Provolone 2. Yep, I called that. Come on down to get your gift card from Phil's Auto Care, where Phil Nominal Services... God, I can't do this anymore. Please just take the gift card. Matt and Brian run up and grab the coupon and bow to the roaring applaud of the crowd. I do my best to convey to Hugo a sense of appreciation for his hard work at trivia, with only eyebrow raises and shoulder shrugs.
Hey.
We'll get him next time. Yo, haven't heard the last of real monsters. Hugo and I walk back out to our cul-de-sac, full of cheese and a sense of defeat. Brian's good, but I saw some tactical weaknesses there I think we can exploit from the next trivia night. He seems weak on literature. I think if we can establish ourselves early on, it would hurt team morale. Maybe it would get them more focused on the cheese than winning. You're right, next time we'll be prepared. Shame about that one wrestling question though.
I don't know.
And The Shining, which was not built on an Indian burial ground, god damn it, I've read that book numerous times. Of course it could have been the movie, which I hate. I hate Stanley Kubrick's Shining. It's so fucking pretentious. Yes, that is my horror snob rant for the day. I can't stand that movie now, especially after knowing how he treated Shelley Duvall. That woman lost her hair because she was so stressed out on that fucking movie set. Fuck Kubrick. I'm not kidding. I plan to write a strongly worded letter to whoever employed that man. Come on, there's gotta be a story there. What do you mean? You didn't even stop to think. You pulled that wrestling knowledge out like you were in the ring yourself. Oh, it's just stuff I know. I'm gonna ask again, because I'm curious. Hugo, I figured you'd be better at lying after dealing with kids in school for as long as you have. It's embarrassing. I don't care if it's embarrassing. My entire life is embarrassing. You know what's actually embarrassing? Not being able to explain basic algebra to your daughter. You know what's definitely not embarrassing? Knowing stuff about wrestling. Hugo sighs. Alright. If you really want to know, just follow me. Hugo leads me to his house at the edge of the cul-de-sac. We stop inside. His house isn't exactly what I expected it to be. His house is exactly what I expected it to be. Neat and filled to the top with books and art. That's not neat. He's got clothes laying around. Welcome to my home. Sorry, it's so messy. This house is actually spotless. That is not spotless. What is your definition of spotless, man? I follow him down the hallway to what are we doing here? Hugo opens the door and ushers me inside. It's pitch black. Closes the door behind us. Oh my. Hugo flips a switch and I finally understand. Curio cabinets packed with inbox wrestling figures line the wall, along with posters, cardboard cutouts, and every piece of wrestling memorabilia imaginable. A giant widescreen TV sits on top of a decked out media stand. Speechless. I look over at Hugo, who's hovering by the door, doing everything to avoid eye contact. It's, this is really embarrassing. I have to be honest, as someone who has been a fan of wrestling, I have to go, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen, because that would be the coolest thing I've ever seen. Are you kidding? Look at all this stuff. It must have taken you forever to collect it. Can I touch this? Go ahead. I pick up one of his replica championship belts. And of course that's what you pick up. That's the first thing you pick up when you see a fan's house. Like, what? You got a replica belt? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I pick up one of his replica championship belts and I toss it over my shoulder. Do you smell what I'm cooking? I think the line is, it's meatballs. Sorry, I don't watch a lot of wrestling. I just think it's cool how passionate you are about this. Oh, yeah, I really, really like wrestling. He's blushing so hard right now. Hugo, you bought the wrong kind of pizza rolls again. It looks like Ernest just got home. He's yelling from the hallway. I can see him. Hugo immediately deflate. I told you those pizza rolls have less sodium. I want you to be healthy, son. Ernest comes in to Hugo's wrestling room and looks around in disgust. He notices me and scoffs. I thought nobody was allowed in your precious wrestling room. I never said that. I just said you're not allowed to take action figures out of their boxes and pose them so that they're having sex with each other. Ernest gets flustered. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm gonna throw eggs at stuff. Have fun with your stupid wrestling crap. Ernest leaves and then a moment later pops his head back in the room. And your stupid friend. Ernest storms back out of the room. I hear a door slam. Hugo verbally runs his hand through his hair. Sorry about him. And sorry I had to keep apologizing about him. He's just going through a phase, I guess. I try so hard to impress him, but obviously it does. No matter what I do, he hates me. Ernest has a thing for authority figures, and you don't get much more authoritative than to teach your dad. My ex. He gets to be the fun weekend dad. I'm just Hugo. Makes Ernest eat his vegetables and turn in his homework on time. Hey, you love him and you're looking out for his best interest. Take it from one dad to another. Someday he'll appreciate you. Maybe not someday soon, but someday. I hope so.
Oh.
Thanks for letting me vent. Hugo glances at his watch.
Hey.
Suppose it's getting kind of late. Let's do trivia again in some time, okay? I would absolutely love to. I'll start to leave. Hey! And hey, thanks for showing me your wrestling stuff. Maybe you can tell me some more about it next time. Hugo smiles. That would be amazing. I'll catch you around. It only takes me a minute to walk back home. Amanda's sitting on the couch reading a book about female photographers. Wow, I thought you didn't like reading. I don't. This book's all pictures. And even then, my patience being tried. You are not my child. You hate books. You are not my child. Who are you? You are not my child. Did you eat? Did you get to eat all the cheese your little heart desired? I am a happy little cheese monster. But I made sure to leave room for dinner. Who wants breakfast for dinner? Hash browns? Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Toast dipped in egg? Alright. Blueberry pancakes? Well, only if you help me make them. You know I'm the world's best blueberry sprinkler. Also totally amazing at heating up the maple syrup in the microwave. Now tell me about your that cheese board. Amanda and I spend the evening cooking an elaborate breakfast with everything we can find inside the fridge. I tell her about the trivia, but leave out the parts of Hugo being really into wrestling. I figured she would probably find some nefarious way to use that information to get a better grade. That's actually smart. The date's complete, and I probably didn't do that great at it. I got an S rank on that. I'm surprised.
Just got found.
Oh, that's just terrible. That's just terrible. Oh god, that was a dad joke that actually hurt me physically. Looks like Paradise Lost was finally found. Jeez Louise. It's a beautiful night and the air smells so fresh and clean. I decided to take the long way home. I stroll through the neighborhood and take in the sights and sounds of a suburban city at low crime rate and walkable sidewalks at night. Approach the bar, I can hear the patrons, and yeah, I know what this is. I'm gonna skip this.
Hey.
Alright, so...
Hey.
I actually really don't feel like reading this stuff. I like Mary, but like, I will read this again when I go back to do Joseph's part.
Hey. Oh, hey. Hey. Ah.
And there we go, we're done with that
Welcome.
part.
You've
And that'll
got
actually help me speed
dads.
along. So we're back on our dads. And next up is, actually, we're gonna finish Robert, because I feel like I need to finish Robert. Let me clear my sinuses one more time and we'll get right into it. Alright, so that was just, again, the warning. You have 3 dates each with a dad. You can do the first 2 with all of them, and then you have to pick one. I haven't spoken to Robert since that night we drove out to his thinking spot. Quote unquote. He seemed unusually somber then, like more so than usual amounts of somber that Robert is, which is already a lot. I've been thinking about him and hoping he's doing okay, but I've been a little reluctant to reach out to him. Hey, Theo. Hey, Theo. I guess we're getting a drink. Guess who's getting their drink on tonight? I look at my dad book messages. There's a flurry of them from Robert. Yes, it's you. Also me, but mostly you. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I type back to Robert. Robert, buddy, tonight we ride. Yes! Meet me at Jim and Kim's at 8 p.m. Now that's, now that I'm unpredictable. Not that I've been unappreciative, but I think this is the first time Robert's given me more than an hour's warning before hanging out. Amanda! Amanda pops her head out into the hallway. Music I don't recognize is blaring from her room. What's up? I'm hanging out with Robert later tonight. Okay, cool. Robert, who's my friend? I have friends. I'm happy for you, Dad. People enjoy my company, Amanda.
Ugh.
Dad, I'm so happy you continued developing as a human being. What do you listen to? Bad shit? Amanda language, what would your grandmother think? And I don't give a fuck anymore. Yeah, I don't give. Amanda. Lang. You know what? You're an adult now. I gave it an earnest effort for all 18 years of your life. Go forth and swear. Fuck yeah! I really hope I don't regret this later. I corrupted my child in this game. This makes me so happy. It's great. Oh, that's so great. I need water now. Oh, that's beautiful. That may be my pride and joy achievement of this game. No other achievement can come close to that. Oh god, that just makes me so fucking happy. As one woman who likes to swear to another digital woman that likes to swear. Fuck yeah. Amanda goes back to her room and turns up the volume to her sad shit. I put on my going out coat and walk over to Jim and Kim's. I spot Robert leaning against a brick wall, smoking a cigarette. As I get closer, I realize that he looks a little different. A little cleaner, I guess. Actually seems like he combed his hair and his clothes are less wrinkled than usual. Hey. Take a shower just for me? Working on my relationship with existence. We both stand there for a second and I don't say anything. Roberts finishes his cigarette and abruptly goes inside. I follow him. By the time we get inside, Robert's already at the bar ordering 2 whiskeys. I spot a booth in the back and claim it for us. Robert slides in and hands me a glass. 2 toast. Toast? A toast. Love you, warm bread. I would have to fuck this up immediately, wouldn't I? We clink whiskey, and I watch him sip his, rather than his traditional approach of slamming the whiskey back as quickly as possible. So what's the plan for tonight? Hit some other bars, maybe grab some pizza. I think that'll kill some time before we go burn down that old abandoned house in the woods. It's definitely not as fun as if it's abandoned. Mary pops over to our booth, a glass of wine in her hand. She punches Robin in the shoulder. Where's my phone call? Sorry, I figured you were busy sinking your teeth into some poor sap. I am, he's right here. I look around at the booth to see a guy sitting across from her. He waves meekly. You're replacing me with the new kid? Mary, I could never replace you, whether I wanted to or not. Mary leaves her booth and slides in next to Robert. The guy she was sitting with looks mildly relieved. She eyes Robert with clean pressed clothes up and down suspiciously. What do you got, a court date or something coming up? He'd never convince the jury. We would have to shave first. Seriously though, what's up with you? Robert stares down at his drink and suddenly looks seriously. It's Pappy. Doctors say it's cirrhosis of the liver. I told the old bag Bones to quit with the sauce, but it's all he's ever known, especially since Ma's gone. That's why I invited you out tonight. Just didn't want to be alone. Oh, come on. Theo, don't be an asshole. You know the one thing Robert doesn't joke about is Pappy. Whoops. You're giving him 2 months. Gotta help him straighten out his affairs. Robert, I'm so sorry. Robert takes a long look at his whiskey, eyeing it in the dim glow of the bar lights. I look at his life and I look at mine, and I know history's just doomed to repeat itself. Oh my god. Just kidding, he's retired with his new girlfriend in Acapulco. They watch the sunset every night, probably screwed like donkeys. Wait, aren't rabbits the one who screw a lot? Oh, sorry, didn't realize you were expert on animals screwing a lot.
Come on.
Please stop saying the word screw. Robert finishes his drink and slides it away from him. He gets out of the booth. Me and Theo are gonna hit the bricks. You coming with? Mary casts one glance at the sad sap she's been hunting down and downs the rest of her wine in one go. This place is dead anyways. We exit the bar and find it the typically empty streets filled with a small crowd of people in front of a guy that's with a really deliberate attitude and a bad posture. He carries a lantern as he shines his face for dramatic effect. What's going on? Looks like it's one of those walking ghost tours. They do that in this part of town all the time. Always wanted to do one of those. You know, if all the stories are fake, right? Pretty much all of my stories are fake. It's his research. Robert has a point. Robert beelines towards the back of the group. He turns around when he notices I'm not following him. Come on. We can't just crash it, can we? Don't be such a square, Theo. Just act like you belong. Robert sidles up to the tour group. I reluctantly fall in the step behind him. Well, here goes nothing. Oh, Jesus. It's this fuckwad. Hey, it was in this place in 1694 that the most infamous witch trials were held. To date, we do not know if the people who burned at the stake were actually witches, but the widely reported that their ghosts still haunt this hapless dive bar every day. It was actually 1692. What? And the site's over there by the coffee shop down the road. Oh, sorry. Who are you? Daniel McSturgis, ghost historian. And this is my colleague, Dr. We're going 80s, baby. Dr. Loomis, paranormal investigator extraordinaire. Oh shit, yeah, we just made a Halloween reference, yeah! We're touring America's most haunted locations as research for our book. You may have seen our guest cameo on Paranormal House Hunters Extreme Edition. A couple of people in the group start nodding. Man, Robert is good as this. Are you guys part of the group? I don't remember seeing you at the first drop. We like to keep a low profile, easier for to catch ghosts that way.
Hey.
They've definitely been here. They've been standing next to him the whole time. Thank you, random lady who I don't know. As I was saying, the epicenter of the paranormal activity can be found over the coffee spoon over there. The man who runs it has been plagued by haunting since he signed the lease. Damn near driven him mad. Whatever you want to say is cool, I guess. It's your tour. Man, I didn't know that about that. I didn't know that about Matt. It's because he's fucking... Wait, Robert's making this up. Yes, he is. The rest of the tour listeners listens intently as to Robert's every word. I think this tour guy can tell that he's losing the group. He seems to be getting flustered. Thanks for your contribution and knowledge, Mr. McSturgis. Let's move on to the tour's next haunted location. Robert and Mary and I follow the group down the street. That tour guy's shirt is cool. Yeah, everyone in the group gets one if we make it to the final location. I turn to Robert and grab him by the shoulder. I need that shirt. Well, I guess we're in this for the long haul then. Just follow my lead. Just don't arouse too much suspicion. We'll have cool ghost t-shirts in no time.
Oh.
Wait. That house looks familiar. The group arrives at an old, decrepit colonial-style house. A quick pause in the tour. My name's Quinn, but most of you know... Most people on the ghost tour circuit calls me Tour Master Quinn. I'm a DJ, trivia master, and part-time actor. I do private ghost hunt events, birthday parties, MC bar mitzvahs, and perform traditional Maudavillian mime work. Tour Master Quinn gives out headshots to all of us. His resume on the back. Stage combat experience. Anyway, there's a little bit of history for you all. Anyway, here's a little bit of history for you all. This was a home noted for American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was wildly popular in the late 19th century. It was at the attic of this very home where she wrote such classics as The Diary of a Victorian Mistress, Lady Fitzwilliam's Courtship, and The Ghost of the Sea Captain Reginald Barclay. She unfortunately died of consumption short time after. Alright, let's try reading this again because I think I'm reaching the limits of my reading comprehension level at this moment. She unfortunately died of the consumption shortly after she turned the turn of the century, but several people have reported that on nights like tonight you can see a light from the attic where the ghost of Miss Pembridge continues working on her latest bestseller. I guess you could say that she was consumed by her work. Oh my god, what a terrible joke. No reaction from the crowd. This guy needs to work on his dad jokes.
Oh?
Actually, consumption is a popular cover-up. The unknown fact is that it was a murder-suicide. Pretty sure she died of consumption. Sure, and we definitely didn't hire Stanley Kubrick to elaborately fake the moon landing. That's the watered-down, censored version they teach you in school, but if you can't handle the real story, I understand. It's not for the faint of heart. And I think everyone would much rather hear this world-renowned ghost historian has to say. Right, everybody? The group murmurs in agreement. This is a topic we cover extensively in our book, Dr. Loomis, would you care to tell the story? Riff on something highbrow, go with something let's do that. In the 19th century, Dorothy Pembridge was accredited for protecting New York City from a potentially world-ending paranormal forces. Despite her success, her ragtag group of ghost hunters were disbanded by the government officials. However, after learning that the ghost of Vigo the Carpathian was taking an interest in her son, her and her ghost busting friends launched a mission to defeat the ghost and once again save New York City. Hey, isn't this a plot too? Nope, it's not. I just used the plot to Ghostbusters 2 to dazzle this guy. Our tour guide sees this as an opportunity to take back the group and addresses us with some razzle dazzle. Ah, what an interesting story.
Come on.
Now, I just want everyone to know that the next location is extremely terrifying. If anyone thinks they can't handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm bored. Mary turns to a young-looking guy on his phone and taps him on the shoulder. Hey kid, fancy buying a gal a drink? The guy looks up at her and smiles. Only if the bar is haunted. Honey, I can show you the most haunted place in town. I think I can exorcise your demons if that's what you're looking for.
Hey.
Don't write checks your dick can't cash, kid. Oh my god, she said it! His eyes go wide. Mary salutes me and Robert. She suddenly pulls me into a hug and murmurs into my ear. When you know Robert for as long as I have, you know when something's wrong. Keep an eye on him for tonight. Keep an eye on him for me tonight, okay? Sure, Mary. Good man. Mary pats me on the back and pulls away. She takes the guy's hand and leads him down the street. Take it sleazy, fellas. God help that poor soul. Mary or the kid? Both.
Hey.
Our last stop, the burial ground, is such a hotbed for horrifying paranormal activity. I'm not even sure where to begin. This is where the wailing ghosts of the Ghost Wolfman, the vampire of Maple Bay, the children of the moonlight. What about the Dover Ghost? By this time, the tour guide is clearly irritated with us. What about it? Oh, nothing. I just think it would be a crime to come all the way out to the cemetery, the actual origin of New England's most notorious paranormal entities, and not mention the infamous Dover Ghost. That's not a real thing. It's absolutely not a real thing. I think someone needs to brush up on their paranormal history. I know tons about paranormal history. I know every ghost story in this area.
So.
I can guarantee you there's no one that you don't know. Robert looks over to me and smiles.
Hi.
Would you folks care to hear the tale of how Loomis and I met? No. The entire group shushes the tour guide. Okay, fine. Tell the story. Well, it was a dark and stormy night. I wasn't always a paranormal investigator. Way back then, I was just a Bible salesman, traveling grifter, carnival barker. Traveling grifter. Moving from town to town, I was looking for my next mark. It wasn't an easy life, but I had fun. Taking it from the rich, giving it to the poor, actually also taking it from the poor. I had shaky moral foundation. I happened upon this quiet town of Maple Bay quite by accident. But I didn't know that the city had a dark side. No, about the same time I was just starting out as an apprentice to a rather famous ghost hunter who's an old family friend of mine, carrying the equipment, operating the EVP machine, all that. Wait. Yes. Who was the famous ghost hunter?
Hey.
Well, I don't like to name drop, but Georgia Mathers. Tour group gasped. Georgia Mathers? She's a legend. You know her? I knew her. Amazing woman, died mysteriously. Miss you, Georgie. Anyway, we were in Maple Bay investigating some reports of strange lights and sounds coming from a cemetery late at night. Now, we had been warned by the old crypt keeper that this place is highly dangerous. But Georgia was never one to shy away from an adventure. We camped out in the center of the cemetery for 3 nights straight. We endured our so-called wailing watch. Your so-called wailing watchman. The wailing ghost of the wharfman, whatever. Your stupid vampire was just a teenager in a mask, but the Dover ghost? Man, tell him, Loomis.
Hey.
So there I was, walking back from to my hotel from after a long day of selling Bibles, working a couple of cons, running a couple. I have to keep my life straight. We can't let this wander. Water. Need more water. More agua. Water is great. Classic pigeon drop scam. But now feel it's for a real deal. For a rip deal. I was going to steal a baby, probably. Would have made me rich. I found myself walking past this very cemetery. Now, I was never a very superstitious man, but something seemed off. I could hear some sort of commotion happening deep within the graveyard. I felt compelled to investigate. And thank God you did. Georgia and I were conducting a seance in the mausoleum. At first, things were pretty normal, but after about an hour, things went south. Playing back the EVP meter, we were able to hear a single word. Run. The air suddenly went cold. Everything was very, very wrong. I just knew we weren't alone. We started to hear the faint, distant scraping noise, like something had been dragged across the ground. It got louder and louder until it was deafening, some sort of deafening howl. And then I felt it. Something grabbing my ankle. Robert has the whole crowd hook, line, and sinker. You could hear a pin drop. I only cried twice in my life. Once at the birth of my daughter, the other was when that thing started dragging me. I wasn't sure where it was taking me, but I knew there was no place I wanted to go. I was sure I was gonna die. The moment I crossed the gate to the cemetery, I heard this god-awful screeching. I ran into the mausoleum just in time to see a man being pulled across the floor by... God, to this day, the mere thought of it ties my stomach in knots. Looked like a man, but like... I glance at Robert. Like someone who didn't know what a man was supposed to look like and tried to put one together. The arms were too long, the eyes glowed red. It was like a walking shadow. What did I do? What any good person would do. I lunged for... Shoot. What was his fake name again? Fuck, I don't remember what his fake name was. I really don't want to fuck this date up. I really don't want to fuck this dame up. Like, I'm really gonna try not to. I know it's McSturgis, but all of them have McSturgis in the... And I really didn't pay that close attention to what it was that he said. Okay, is it Davis, David, or Daniel? This is Daniel. Daniel. I grabbed his hand and entered into a tug of war with the unholiest of forces. I thought I was gonna die or be torn in half, but I had God on my side. The pocket Bible I always kept on me fell out of my shirt pocket, and to this day I remember what passage it opened up to. Leviticus. That's oh, Austin 3:16. I really want to do that one, and I'm gonna. Robert stifles a laugh from behind his hand. With a horrified growl, the entity relented. Daniel and I collapsed on the ground, exhausted, both covered in blood. That damn creature clawed into my chest, got me real good. I had to get 16 stitches. Robert pulls down the collar of his shirt to reveal a long, wicked-looking scar across his pec, and that's how I got this scar. I followed Georgia Mathers to the end of the earth. Faced exorcisms, demons, poltergeists, and we threw our equipment across the room. But I'd never seen Georgia so scared. She was never the same after that. Neither was I. Watching what happened to Daniel and Georgia shook my faith, but I came out of that experience a better man and a better friend. We've been brothers ever since. The tour group gives us a round of applause as Daniel, Robert, and I share an emotional hug. As he embraced, I can smell his cologne on his neck. Wow, Robert really does clean up good. I found myself lingering a little too long in the hug. Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor to be able to share our story. Be sure to watch out for our book. Paranormal Excursions, The Supernatural, Ice Road, Ghost Truckers. I saw a demon, a shocking true event. Ghost Bros guys, the hottie ghost. Yeah, I'm going with this. I saw a demon. Robert has to suppress a laugh at that one.
Hey.
All right. Even I can see the holes in that story. Please leave.
Oh.
Way to go, Theo. Robert sulks away from our tour group, and I follow him at a respectable distance. He almost had him.
I don't know.
Almost. What? I did the story perfectly. Oh, well.
Hey.
Yeah. We arrive in front of Robert's house. Well, see you later. Robert hastily walks up the steps to his home after giving me a courtesy nod. He disappears into to this house without looking back. I guess I fucked up the end of that.
I had fun.
We'll go back and fix that, actually. I'm not satisfied, damn it. I'm not. Alright, well, I know what the end of that is, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to Robert Date 3 in that graveyard, and we're gonna try to fix what I did wrong. So I'm not reading all this again.
Ah. Sup. Oh. Oh. Hey. Huh. Huh. Hey. Hey.
Yeah, it's just gonna be. I actually need to rest my voice anyway, so yeah, it's gonna be a little quiet for a little bit.
Oh. Really? Hey.
Alright, blessed be he that readeth, and they are they that hear the words of his propriety. Yeah. They're in, yep. I have no idea where Robert pulled that verse from. with a horrifying growl the entire... Alright, let's see. Covered in blood. How I got this scar. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Hopefully that was enough to get it. Robert has to press the lab. Well, I think you both definitely earned your t-shirts. Hey, we got the t-shirts, and that's what we're there for. So I fixed what I did wrong, so hopefully the rest of this date plays out great. If there is a rest of this date. The tour guide hands us coveted t-shirts, and we then he slips both of us his business card and leans in closer. If you guys are ever in need of a professional actor, balloon animal artist, Elvis impersonating, or nude model, please don't hesitate to ask me. No, you got it, buddy. After a couple of tourists take selfies with us, we split away from the group and walk home. Here we go. That was incredible. I really can't believe they bought all of that. I didn't know you had it in you, Theo. Excuse me, Dr. Loomis. That's a bit of a bit. That bit with the pocket bobble was aces. Although, given the Dover ghost, glowing red eyes was a little cliche. And the cubic conspiracy theory wasn't.
Oh.
All part of the character. Well, we got our shirts. We got shirts out of it. We arrived at the front of Robert's house.
Oh.
Want to have a drink? Let's see. Trying to poison me, or is that a question? Let's go with that one. You know where this goes, Smalls. I know the steps. 1 second, I sip in a delicious aged Scott. The next, I'm foaming at the mouth, and you taking over the throne.
Hey.
Long live the king, baby.
Oh.
Robert leads me inside. I can't help but think about what Mary said to me. Robert did seem a little bit off. But that's completely disappeared when we were joking around in the ghost shore. I don't know. He's hard to read. While I'm thinking, I hear claws skittering across the floor. Oh god, it's his pit bull, and I'm about to be torn to shreds. I shut my eyes and brace for impact. Betsy, hey, be nice! I don't feel anything but tiny paws scratching at my shoes. I open my eyes. Betsy? Robert's dog jumps away from me and runs around in circles, sniffing Robert's legs. He pats her on her head. Hey, that's not a pit bull. That's the cutest, dumbest Boston Terrier I've ever seen. Betsy, you're not a pit bull, and you weren't taken by the Dover ghost. Betsy made her tougher stuff than that, ain't you, girl? Betsy rolls over for some well-deserved belly rubs.
Oh.
I just keep a picture of a large pit bull in my wallet in case of emergencies, comedic emergencies. We make our way over to Robert's living room. For a quiet man with arguably the oldest pickup truck that can legally be driven, this place is amazing. There are sleek modern appliances throughout the room, with a big flat screen TV mounted on the wall. He has shelves upon shelves of DVD. I guess he wasn't lying about being really into cinema. He pours us both a glass of whiskey from a well-stocked bar in the corner, while Betsy curls up in a pile on the cushions. So, how did you really get that scar? And don't tell me you got it fishing for Alaskan king crab in the Bering Sea or something. Trained me too well. Robert laughs and takes a sip of his drink. My daughter and I were riding bikes. I hit a rock and flew over the handlebars. Then we were in the hospital, and that's it.
Oh.
Not a very interesting story. I've never heard you talk about your daughter. Well, I have one. That's her. He points to the picture on the wall of a very serious-looking little girl with dark eyes. Yep, definitely Robert's daughter. How old is she? 25, 26, not too sure. Does she live around here?
Whoa.
No, Val lives back at home in Brooklyn. Works some new media online magazine. Making the bucks, though. Suddenly seems really serious. I probably shouldn't press him about it. Like Santana? Actually, I do like Santana.
Hey.
Great. Robert puts on Santana and then he takes a seat on the couch. He suddenly downs his drink with one gulp. Hey, are you alright?
Hi.
Robert leans in and kisses me, the taste of whiskey burning on my lips. I'm surprised at first, but slowly relax into his arm. He pulls away slightly. His lips are barely brushing against my mouth. I am now. I can't say anything. At best, managing a sigh. Robert leans in again and kisses me harder. He pulls my bottom lip between his teeth and bites lightly. His hand sliding under my shirt, my heart pounding in my chest as he lies us both down on the couch. He kisses trail down my neck, his teeth grazing my skin. I just wait. It's not that. Robert bites down and I have to stifle a moan. Stop! Robert stiffens up and pulls away. No biting? No, I'm more than okay with that. Something's up. Robert runs his hand through his hair and looks away. I'm fine, I've just been kind of stressed out, tired, not that big a deal. Do I want to push it? Because I don't know if this is going to work if I do. I'm going to have to start this over again if I fuck up. And I'm running low on time here. Let's see. We're going to... Okay, push it. Really doesn't like it when things are pushed. Okay.
Hi.
No, I fucked up. Okay, let's go back and fix that. Load. Here we go. Alright, let's just speed back to where we were. Betsy? Yep. Alright, that's Betsy. Get through this.
I don't know. Oh? Huh? Oh.
Yes!
So, hi. Oh.
Alright, kinda stressed out. Okay, we're pushing it. Listen, I want this as badly as you do, but I know something's wrong. I need to make sure that you're okay. Robert stares at the ground.
Oh.
You don't know me that well, Theo. I'm not a good person. Takes a deep breath.
Oh.
I spent my whole life only taking and taking and taking, and now here I am, an old broken man sitting on top of a pile of everything that I've ever taken. But I want to know you. You don't have to keep hiding those behind those fake stories and acting like you don't have feelings. It's sighs heavily. It's Val. She's visiting tomorrow. She wants to patch things up. Are you sorry, but this is a bit... No. When was the last time you saw her? 3, 4, I think. Months?
I don't know.
Years. I sit up straight. Jesus, Robert, what happened between you two? I don't want to talk about it. Robert and I sit in silence. Neither of us wanted to look at the other. Both of us unsure what to do next. Robert. Fine. Things were really bad between us. I cared about her. Always did. Things just got in the way. Before I knew it, she was leaving for college and wanted nothing to do with me. Marilyn and I moved out here to settle down. We thought it would be help get away from all the distractions, all the money, the drinking. But temptation gets to you. Tried to be better, but I just couldn't. And then the accident changed everything. I think every day about how she must have died hating me because I never became the better man she wanted me to be. The one thing she always saw in me. She was the last thread Val and I had connecting us together. I didn't know that when I lost my wife, I was just gonna lose my daughter too. Robert. I spent so much time chasing after things I thought were gonna make me happy that I ruined the only real chance at happiness. Now my wife's dead, my daughter hates me. Then I convinced myself that this, gestures vaguely in my direction, was going to make me happy. Why do I even try anymore? I'm so sorry. I know how hard it is. No, you don't. How could you possibly know how this feels? You did everything right. Your daughter loves you. You're a good person. I was a terrible husband and I'm an even worse father. I have no idea why she's even bothering to contact me now. I know I'm just gonna fuck it up like I always do. I'm broken. I shouldn't even go. Robert puts his head in his hands. I'm gonna tell him what he needs to hear. Nothing's going to change until you do. Robert pauses. He looks at me. There's a lot of things in my life that I regret, that I wish I could take back or do over. And it hurts so much now to know that I can't. But what I can do, and what you have the privilege of doing tomorrow, is to wake up and try to be a better person than you were the day before. Things aren't going to fix themselves tomorrow or the next day, and patching things up with Val isn't going to solve all of your problems either. But nothing is going to change if you don't. And you can't love anyone else until you stop hating yourself. And you're right, I don't know you all that well. But you have the same capacity for good that we all have. And I know you can find it. Val is giving you a chance, don't waste it. But, Robert, listen to me. It's gonna be okay. But, I lean over and I brace Robert, pulling him in as tightly as I can. He buries his head in my shoulder and hugs me back. It's gonna be okay. Place a hand on the back of his head and stroke his hair. He shudders and sobs, and I realize that he's crying. Thank you. We stay there for a while, holding each other. We both eventually drift off to sleep. Yay, I did it right this time. Stay complete, and how well did I do? There was no way I was about to screw up the Robert date like that.
I like you a lot.
Jesus, I've been talking for almost 2 hours straight. This is ridiculous. Why do I do this to myself? But I think I have everything found. Alright. So, yeah, this is her. This is the party. We'll go with you ask too many questions this time. Who do you think you are? My daughter? For literally my entire life? Yes. I'm kidding, you're right. I have a little surprise for you.
Ugh.
Yeah, I can tell you're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Father, it would fill my heart with glee. Alright, so again, we're just gonna fast forward to this stuff.
Hey!
Because I've done all this. Okay, this looks different. Let's check this out. Okay, I walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda. Listen, kid, you're gonna need some real life skills out there, and if you're gonna make it in the streets. I'm going to college.
Hey.
Same thing. Look, I know you're not old enough to drink, right? And I know you're smart enough to not drink until you're of legal age. Wrong. We both know this is wrong. Uh-huh. But hypothetically, if you were to drink and behoove your drink of it'd behoove you to drink a glass of water between rounds. Got it. Hypothetically. And if you wake up with a headache, all you gotta do is take a jar of pickles and drink the pickle juice. You're gonna be fine. They did not have this conversation. My child in the lush next door did not just have a conversation about drinking. I appreciate her worrying about my child, though.
Come on.
Real talk. Mary turns back to Amanda. Now let me introduce you to how to deal with bad romance. First thing you know is you get straight A's as if they are you get straight A's if they died during the first semester. Wow, Mary!
Ugh.
Relax, it's just a myth. Supposedly. Against my better judgment, I'll leave them be. Is that his daughter? She's freaking gorgeous! I don't think I recognize that girl by the snack table. I should go say hello. Hi, I don't think we've met. Oh, we've met years ago. And I'm here for my revenge. Oh, god damn it, that's definitely his kid. You're Robert's kid, aren't you? Spot on. I guess that makes you Theo, huh? Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm glad Robert finally brought you along. He promised there'd be free food, so that's kind of hard to pass up, and... Look, I don't know you, but can I get real with you for a second? My old man's been is a real closed book, you know? Me and him got a long way to go. You don't erase decades of neglect in a week, but you sure can't get tired of just staying angry about it. That kind of bitterness, it poisons you, I think. I'm too young for that. Anyway, lately he's been better, a lot better. And between him shaving... He shaved? him shaving for once and how he talks about you, I feel like you have something to do with it. So, thanks. Robert means a lot to me. I'm glad he's getting better. Just keep an eye on him while I'm not around, okay? Not a problem. Or else. But, I'm kidding. Or am I? Oh, you are definitely his child. I don't know why I'm like this. It's genetic, baby. It's genetic. Sweetheart, it's genetic. I'm so sorry it's genetic. I think it runs in the family. Amanda trots up to the conversation. Hey, I love your necklace. And your hair. And Jesus, your whole vibe is so cool. Thanks. I like your jacket. My girlfriend collects pens too. Oh, this is my daughter Amanda. Amanda, this is Robert's daughter Val. Nice to meet you. I heard you're a photographer. Aspiring photographer. I'm going to school for it. You take pictures? Yes. Question mark. Then you're a photographer. And welcome to the biz. Val hands Amanda a business card. If you're ever looking for internships, shoot me an email. Anyway, I need to go make friends with that woman over there who's dual-wielding wine glasses. Catch you later. Double fisting Mary is double fisting. Yes. Val walks away. She is so cool. She gave me her business card. She touched my hand. You need to just breathe, sweetheart. Congratulations, you just networked for the first time. I'm a regular business lady now. Quarterly projections, stock market synergy. While you're making a fortune as a business woman, I gotta keep this party going. Catch you around, Pops. Theo! Yeah, I know, Brian. You made it. Alright, we're just gonna speed through Brian's stuff. I think everything else is the same.
Nice.
I definitely gotta go for Craig. Craig and his kids are adorable, and they're in my next goal, next stream that I do this.
Bro.
So we're just gonna speed through their little parts here.
Oh.
It's nice to know that there are little differences that happen here.
Pew.
Pew!
Oh. Hey.
Oh shit, I should have done more with that, but I'll read his next time. Because there will be a next time. I'm gonna work through all the dads. Amanda wonders, yeah, we're not gonna go through the whole sappiness of here. I can't do the sappiness right now, I'm sorry. Alright, Robert's sitting on the bench, so let's get our Robert thing going. Seriously though, fuck the Emmas. They're dicks. You don't need them. I take a seat next to Robert. I take a seat next to Robert. The last of the guests make their way out of the party. Hey. Dot. Robert sits, gestures vaguely to the snack table. Good stuff. Yep. So, I had a chance to talk to Val. She physically threatened you? Yep. That's my girl. She said you've been doing better. I've been trying to work on the vices. Also showered today. We sit in silence for a moment. You know, every day to me is a little battle against my own self-destructive habits. But lately, it's gotten a little easier. Thanks for talking to someone, some sense into me. It's hard to get things through my thick skull sometimes, but what you said that night actually helped. Good. I like you, Theo. I like you a lot. I haven't felt this way about someone in a long time. I lean in and kiss him for a moment before he pulls away. He takes my hand in his. You're special to me. But I have some stuff I need to work on, emotionally, before I can get into anything romantic with you. You deserve better than who I am right now. I need to be on my own for a bit, figure some things out. Of course. I think what you need right now is a friend, and I'm very happy to be that for you. Thank you. That means a lot to me. And if you're ever ready for more than that, you know where to find me.
Mm-hmm.
Time goes some time. Would love that. I put my head on his shoulder and we watch the sun dip slowly below the horizon. Pet every dog. Not true. Not every dog wants to be petted. And here we have the end of the game again, and it's been fun. So, actually, can we speed through? Yes, we can. We can speed through the credits to see the beautiful glory that is his picture, because we're gonna see these credits a lot. I got 5 more daddies to do. I love that picture. Oh, I love that picture. Oh, the whittling's so adorable. Although we really got to get him away from the Jack Daniels. Oh, this is great. This has been fun. I'm happy I did his scenario. I had a feeling he was a really sweet guy. Anyway, that's done for now. And I think we'll do Hugo and Craig next time. Maybe not at the same time. We're definitely going to do Hugo and Craig. I may just play through both of theirs at the same next time I do a stream. But we'll see. But anyway, I got a jet for about an hour. And then I will be back because it is raid night. And yeah. So if you're watching on Twitch and you like what you've seen, feel free to follow, because it's appreciated. We've already gotten 61 followers, and I thank every single one of you that has followed me, except for my friends, because you guys know who you are and you know you were obligated by Blood Pack. I'm kidding, but seriously, thank all of you guys. And if you're watching on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. And if you're watching on vid.me, do the same thing. And until next time, remember to save often, you'll live longer. Peace.